What's up, everybody? Looks like we're live, so I guess I'll just introduce myself. I am Metroid McFly, and with me I have Yogi the Monk, who will be doing some commentary for me.
Hello.
So, yeah, we're going to start off with Metroid, and then I'll be playing a few other games as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to these guys to see if we're going to kind of stop between the games or however that works. But, anyway, so yeah, we're going to start off with Metroid, and we are doing a category called All Bosses Deathless or All Bosses Warpless. There's different names for it. But yeah, pretty much the gist will be we have to kill all the bosses, and we don't get to abuse death warping or up A warping. So, yeah, I mean, with that, I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. And we'll do a countdown of 3, 2, 1, go. So, yeah, this game, Metroid, everybody knows where the morph ball's at, right? Not that hard to find. Go to the left and grab it. So, when we go to the room to the right here, you're going to see our first screen wrap. This is why I like to clarify that warpless does not mean that we're not going to be abusing screen wraps or anything like that. We definitely are. We're going to be doing a crate that I like to call crate first, which means we're going to go to crate with no other items in the game besides the morph ball, and we want to take him out immediately so that we can get the 75 missiles that he rewards us with. So, yeah, this first screen wrap puts us down here. You usually need bombs to get down here to Kraid's lair, but since we don't need them, I'm going here, and then I'm going to let Yogi talk while I do this next part. There's some pretty detailed screen wrapping that's going to be happening here in a minute, or in a second, rather. So, yeah, I'm going to try to focus on this. I'll let Yogi kind of explain what's going on.
Alright, coming up we've got the Kraid first route. This route is pretty incredibly dangerous. As we are going down here, we're going to wrap here through this door, and then off-screen McFly's going to walk about a half tile to the left so that he can kind of wrap back up to the door and enter the door without actually shooting the door open. Here it is. And then coming into the next room, we've got our good friend Dennis Hopper. Quick little shot on him gives him a little mini stun so that McFly can get by without getting hit, as the health is very important here.
I want to redo that. So I messed up the little part there, and I think that'll work if I get rid of him that way. I need to redo this part real quick just because I messed that up. This will be fine though. Basically, I want to have that Gamer there on screen because he'll despawn the next hopper in this next part. So very important to have him there.
Hallway here that could hit you, and I think everything in Kraid's lair hits for like 20 damage, so it's very important to keep your health at 21 or greater, which can only be attained by not getting hit at all. Looks like McFly there's some quick unmorphs you can do here, but they're pretty risky for a marathon, so it looks like he's just taking the way that I would do it, which is the easier way, but quite a bit slower, but it's much safer. And we're gonna get knocked into Kraid's room.
I wanted to get hit the first time.
Go.
Nice.
Again, we can't get hit there at the start, or it'll be instant death, but now that we have the E-Tank, we've got 199 health. And McFly work his magic on Kraid here. So he's rolling and then walking into the middle spike to kind of keep his forward momentum, and just these little unmorphs are to get the bullets over the top spike and into Kraid's head. Otherwise, the spikes here block the shots. And easy peasy for McFly. That's a Kraid first in a marathon.
Yeah, GG. And there's a way that you can actually do that a little faster by damage boosting and taking more hits from him, but obviously we want to be a little safer for marathon, and also since this is a warpless route, a deathless route, I want to have some energy left over. So we're walking out with 59. As Yogi mentioned, everything here does 20 damage. So I'll die in 3 hits. And we do want to take one more intentional hit. So we want to make sure that we have enough coming up here. This climb here is something that scared many people back in the day. Traumatized many kids trying to climb back out of here. But yeah, this my friend Jack the Ripper is coming up. He's this little ripper that I want to try to take a damage boost off of to clear this gap. Usually you are expected to have high jump boots or ice beam to get out of this, but we're going to try to take a damage boost and use our momentum to get to the other side to get out of here without it. And I didn't make it, unfortunately, but that's fine. So we can go the other way around. It doesn't kill the run or anything. It just saves you like 45 seconds. But I kind of figured I would miss it because I was getting it a lot in practice, and so I'm like, well, I'm probably due for missing it.
By the way, the category is all bosses deathless, and I believe the reason for all bosses was that it's much safer, correct, for the missile?
Well, it's a combination of things. We do get a higher missile capacity, so it eliminates the risk, or at least mitigates some of the risk for running out of missiles in Torian. But it's also just a really nice run to show off the game. I really am a big fan of Norfair in this game, and so any chance I get to play Norfair is good.
Yeah, the fastest run, any percent, just completely skips Norfair and Ridley, so...
Yep.
So now we get to show off pretty much everything.
Yeah, and you can also do some crazy stuff with the all bosses category as well. Well, like, the latest set of runs I had done actually skipped the ice beam, which is pretty nuts. And we're not gonna do that tonight. We're gonna get the ice beam for this run. So, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of where we're gonna go now. We got out of Kraid's lair, and not a bad time either. I mean, if you consider that I missed that jump off Jack the Ripper, still a pretty good pace. So, yeah, we're gonna make our way through Brinstar. Get Ice Beam, and then there's a really cool screen wrap we can do to save some time after Ice Beam to get us to Norfair just a little bit quicker. So hopefully we don't mess that one up. I would like to mention that anytime you see the screen wraps happening, that there is a high chance of soft locking the game. You can get stuck in the walls. And so you gotta be really careful with those. Obviously you want to try to go fast, but you also have to have a really good rhythm of your morphing and unmorphing. We didn't really explain how that works, did we? So
no, basically you morph into the morph ball. You hit down to go morph ball, but you have to stand back up before you've like locked into morph ball. If you kind of lock into morph ball, you can't stand back up if you're inside of a wall.
Yeah, and so a lot of the basic screen wraps, like the one that we're going to be doing to get to Ice Beam, are actually very simple. Like, I guess we'll point it out as we get a little closer to it, but it's really as simple as just getting stuck in the door. You let it shut on you, and then you just morph and unmorph until you show up on the bottom side of the screen. There are a couple of more detailed ones, like the ones that we went to Kraid with, and another one at the beginning that gets used in the world record route. But yeah, for the most part, really all you're doing is just wrapping from, you're going so far up to the top that you appear on the bottom. This is another room, though, that you would normally require bombs to get through. So we're going to do another screen wrap here, show up down here, and this is where the Ice Beam will be. And you can see that we have missiles, even though we have never picked up any missile expansions. That is the reward of killing a boss in this game, a mini-boss. Either Kraid or Ridley, they'll both give you 75 missiles and the capacity of 75 missiles for defeating them. And so, yeah, I mean, that's why we actually don't need to pick up a missile expansion at all in this entire run. I didn't do the Bad Breaks boost right there. He's going to be mad at me. I forgot about it. He likes me to just walk off and take a hit from that Simpson right there on the way out. So that's fun. Got some nice little friends joining us here. I'm going to go ahead and just pull the screen down a little bit and re-enter this door, and it should pull us down, which it did. And so, yeah, this takes us right to the elevator.
That was the Ice Beam. McFly, how many people have completed a run with no Ice Beam?
I'm actually not sure. I think somebody else has done it. Now, I don't... was it Mazimov that maybe did it? I don't remember.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There are some people that are currently learning it, I think. It's pretty cool.
1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, there was a cool glitch that I had came across when we were just messing around one day on stream. And, oops. And it actually gives you the ability to be immune to Metroids, and so it really opened up the door for being able to do an iceless run. Otherwise, it would have been tasks only. But you will notice that I'm only collecting one energy tank in this run, which is pretty risky to only collect one energy tank in Novaria in this game. But you know what? I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm inspired by that. Just, you know, not just one run, all the runs today. Inspired by all these great runners. We're gonna go all in. But yeah, here I want to just kind of use our missiles. This is one of the reasons that the Kraid first route is really good, because we have missiles and Ice Beam here. So what we can do is, well, we can miss that guy is one of the things we can do, but also we can try to like take out a lot of the enemies, especially in Ridley's lair. These areas are very laggy, and being able to take them all out actually helps save good time there just by not having that lag. But oddly enough, I don't think I shot anybody in that last room. Is this a pacifist run? Maybe?
Now when that ceiling hopper left the screen, he was going right, so a lot of times in this game, a pattern several rooms in the future will be affected by what you do in this room, so that guy that left the screen to the right is going to give McFly a good ballroom pattern later on.
So there you go, using those missiles. I also shot a door when I first entered this room to help eliminate some lag too. Closed doors actually do produce lag in this game, but it's usually not beneficial to worry about it. But I do like to go for it in that room because it's a very laggy room. So take that first hit, go ahead and kill him, move forward. Should have these 3 balls that spawn here at the front. We just kind of wait, let these guys stay on screen for a little bit because we won't spawn any other ones as long as they're there. And then we can just keep moving forward.
Yeah, this room is pretty scary for a lot of people, but once you learn the patterns, it's really not too bad at all.
There we go. Yeah, that was a really good room.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on Ridley here. We have a lot of health. Our missile count is maybe a little low, but nothing too bad. When we defeat Ridley, we will end up getting 75 missiles again, just like we did for killing Kraid. So we will be in some pretty good shape, actually. Oops. I like to usually shoot that door a little earlier, but I shot the floor.
Got a low ceiling hopper there, so we know Ridley's going to be a good pattern.
There we go, pretty good. Yeah, that's what we call the good pattern of Ridley. Basically, you can just stand under his fireballs there, and he will not hit you. So, very easy boss. Kraid is the real MVP of this game. So please show some love for Kraid. It's not all about Ridley.
Now, were you mashing with select there, or?
Yeah, so I use select and the D-pad when I mash against Ridley there. So one of the cool mechanics about this game is that you can hold B, and then any input you make after, like while you're holding B, will shoot another time. And so you can fire extremely fast by holding B and then mashing other inputs on the controller. And so, yeah, like Yogi said, I was using select and then also the D-pad when I was standing next to him. Man, I kind of wanted those missile drops. Unfortunate that I missed those. Damn, this is going really slick right now, man. If I were to get Jack the Ripper and I didn't mess up the first wraps, this would be some really nice pace. Some really nice pace. But anyway, yeah, this Lower Norfair, or Hideout 2 as it's called in this game. I played a run of Super Metroid last night, so forgive me. Hideout 2, really good, man. Really good in. So far, really good out. And a good Ridley fight as well. Freeze these guys, take this guy out. We don't want to stop walking here, basically just keep going. Got a little bit of lag, so we kill that guy. I mean, we wanted to kill him anyway. He's a interesting thing about on the way back from Norfair is there's some pretty cool clips you can do through the ceiling that normally you would, you know, shoot them, wait for them to respawn and stuff. But I'll kind of prep you for it, I guess. Basically, in this game, when you morph and unmorph, if there's space for Samus to be there, and the ceiling is only one tile, you can actually just go right through it and put Samus on the other side. Oops, that is not the idea. So yeah, I'll show you these, or those, what I was just talking about, at the top of this room. And I don't think we mentioned earlier, but there's a lot of enemy manipulation in this game. Where enemies are going, like which direction they're headed, and which ones are spawned, and all that good stuff. When you leave a screen, it actually makes a big difference going forward. Wow, okay. I got the first one, like, first try. That was the clip I was talking about. So that got a little messy there. But overall, pretty good still. It's a really good time. I don't even know what the time is. I feel it. I feel the good time, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Good time for some donations, you know what I'm saying? No?
Yeah, there's something called slots in this game, and there's 8 RAM slots, and each enemy, let's say that enemy is slot 1, let's say the next enemy is slot 2, and then later on when you get a few screens later on, there will be another enemy that belongs to slot 1, and whichever direction the enemy in slot 1 was moving when he left the screen, that's what the next slot 1 enemy will be moving when you get to him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it actually opens the doors for some really cool routing options. You know, who knows if maybe there's still some good stuff out there that we haven't explored yet. I'm gonna skip this missile tank here. Hopefully we don't, you know, run out of missiles and I'll, regret that, but that's fine. So now we are making our way to Mother Brain. That is arguably the best part of the entire game.
And thanks to Rufford, he is continually bombing the chat with sub-bombs.
More sub-bombs from Rufford? My man Rufford. Thanks for the support, dude. But yeah, these climbs, basically, it just comes down to trying to keep your jump short. You want to snap onto ledges when you can. You want to try to take these guys out or freeze them where you can to use them as platforms. Oops, I accidentally double froze that guy. That's fine, we have a lot of health. About as much health as we can get, so... Like I said, we are going with only the one E-tank. Also note that we don't have bombs. The only items that we picked up in this entire run were the energy tank and the ice beam. The missiles that we've gotten are actually just from the bosses, so we've only collected 2 items. Or actually, excuse me, 3 items, because the morph ball at the beginning. So we've only collected 3 items in this entire run, and that's how we plan to finish it.
Yep, and 53 missiles is not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna farm here in this first room to make sure we have a chance before I take out any missile doors. There, that's a pretty solid drop. I'll go for one more, respawn these guys. The drops in this game are frame-based, so I like to, you know, freeze these guys and then separate them out when you kill them this way. That way you get more chances for a drop. The missile drops in Torian, well, whether it's health or missiles, you know what? I'm gonna refarm this just a little bit. I don't want to have to do this for the sake of our time, but we're well under estimate, and we just want to make sure we don't have the disaster scenario where we run out of missiles. But anyway, so in this area, in Torian, you have health and missile drops. Either one will drop from a Metroid. And, there we go, that's pretty good. Either one of those will actually give you 30 health or 30 missiles. Whereas, like, normally outside of this area, you get 2 missiles or, you know, whatever. So, kind of cool. Oops, I almost messed that up. That's fine, though. Like I said, I don't have bombs, so we want to make sure we don't get grabbed by any Metroids, because we can't get them off of us, unless I can go through a door.
And it is possible that you enter a room and the game decides that there are just no missiles in this room.
Yeah. That's why I'm being very careful about the missile count. In fact, since I took a hit, I might even want to just grab some health. I don't know why I did that there. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will. So we took a hit there too. And another one. These Rinkas are being pretty mean. We'll go ahead and take these guys out. Yeah, I'll just do both. Okay, missiles. So, yeah, we'll get to farm up some health here on our way in. We have plenty of missiles. It's going to take... If a perfect Mother Brain room will take 73 missiles. Hopefully we, Yeah, of course, it gives me missiles, dude. I wanted triple health, man. Alright, let me rerun that. Come on, man.
That's how the game is?
That's just how the game is, man. Alright, so we're gonna just do one more over here, too. Just to be extra safe. Got max health. Well, what we can hold. 140 missiles. Let's go.
These Zebatites take, I believe, 8 missiles, and they do regen health. So if you're not quick, they will. Other than the first damage you do to them, after that they will regen health. There the fly goes and freeze some Rinkas. Get up right in Mother Brain's face, doing McFly.
No, I forgot to jump right there, or morph on the way down. I was trying to get kind of fancy with those Rinka kills. Since I have extra missiles, I wanted to just shoot one over there. That's fine. We got fast recovery on it. No big deal. And there she goes. Yo, we got through the door too without the door spawning. You can sneak right in there before it appears.
Nice.
Pretty cool, so we didn't have to shoot it. Saves you just that little bit of time. And it looks swag, right?
Fly opting to do rolling jumps, but there is some pretty crazy like edge jumps that you do.
The Solomon's Key jumps.
Yeah.
There you go, that's time.
Nice. GG.
So, really good run. I mean, considering that, you know, we had a little bit longer escape coming out of Kraid's lair, and we had to farm for missiles, for marathon safety strats, make sure that we didn't run out of missiles. So we killed some extra time in Torian. So what was the final time? Looks like it was 21:20. That's solid, man. So, good stuff. But yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, and you know, thanks for Best of NES for having us